me now to talk more about that is civil rights activist Reverend Jesse Jackson. You're a candidate, of course, for the Democratic nomination in 1984 and 1988. You're going to be addressing the convention on Wednesday. Reverend Jackson, so good of you to be with us.
Well, we've been here before,
yes.
By the way. In 1968, there was this tension about Humphrey not leaving Johnson quick enough for the peace movement. And by the margin of despair, Nixon eased in at that hectic convention in Chicago. In 1980, Carter and Kennedy couldn't quite get it together. But that tension, Reagan eased in. This group, so fervent it won't change, and not create a backdoor vote, a backdoor pass for Trump.
Tell me, Reverend Jackson, what you make of some of what we have seen here so far. Clearly, there is discontent among Senator Sanders' delegates, among his supporters. So much discontent, in fact, that we now know that Senator Sanders has sent out a message via text, later to be an email message, urging his supporters to not disrupt the proceedings that will take place on the floor.
Well, he will have a big test tonight, and I think he'll pass the test. It'll take some time to heal some of the wounds, because some of the wounds were so deep. The glitch today with Debbie Wasserman Schultz, for example, I say a glitch, not a breach. If he were pulling away, that would be a breach. Hers is a glitch, and by November 8th, I think many wounds will have been healed, but it'll take some time because there was so much rhetoric during the primary season that it makes it difficult for some people to see through their pain.
So what is it that he needs to say? What is it that you think will help to heal some of those very sore feelings that...
There's a shared commitment to not allow student loan debt to be greater than credit card debt, one of his big issues. A shared commitment to not allow banks to behavior to invade and disrupt people's homes as the banks were able to do. We bail out the banks, not lending to reinvestment. That was one of his key issues. The issue of rules of the fair and getting rid of these super delegates. I think issues like that he's gotten some room on could very well be the heart of his message. Now, I think he'll be pushing real hard for a Hillary healing of the breach tonight.
And Reverend Jackson, what is your reaction to these leaked emails, these leaked Democratic emails, and Debbie Wasserman Schultz's leadership, and the fact that she decided to not be present here at the convention?
Well, I'm disappointed because I have such high regard for her. She's been a good chairperson. She has traveled. She's been open. She's expanded the party. Somehow, some way, this matter has occurred, and it was not foreseen, and she's gone. And that from the 25th of July to November 8th, we're time to heal that. Whatever happened in Cleveland and happened in Philadelphia will be way past us by we get to November the 8th. And I think that we'll have to let time heal some wounds.
Are you surprised, Reverend Jackson? I can't help but hear this chorus of boos continuing at various points behind us. Are you surprised by that?
I'm not surprised, and yet I hope it gets out now rather than get out in the streets. There was a tension in the 60 convention, Johnson and Kennedy. And in the end, Kennedy put Johnson on the ticket, and they won by 113,000. That's about one vote per precinct. We've had these moments before in 60 and 68 and 80. I hope we will have learned now from the best of them on our best days, so we heal these wounds and hope prevail. Kennedy won. And in 68 and 80, when hurt prevailed, Nixon and Reagan won. I hope there's not a repeat of that because the stakes are so incredibly high. Such polarization, the threat of deporting 15 million people, the threat of building a wall with Mexico, our strongest ally, and most eternal ally, I may add, we do more business with Mexico on a day-to-day basis than China and Japan combined. Stakes are real. Attacking Muslims, there are more Muslims than there are Americans. And so the issues that Trump is threatening to dismember NATO in some extent could destabilize the whole world as we know it. So I think that once we get beyond the scene, as it were, that hopefully sober thoughts will prevail. Hillary Clinton on issues that matter in the end can be trusted. If the issue is affordable health care, she can be trusted. If the issue is fighting to raise wages for workers, she can be trusted. If the issue is student loan debt coming down, she can be trusted. If the issue is fair trade, she will have learned some lessons in this campaign. There will no doubt be manifest in her speech on Thursday night. So I think she's learned a lot in this campaign. It's been good for her, been good for the party. But in the end, the rule changes that we seek will take place in 2020, not in 2016. Hillary is winner, and on November 8th, there'll be two names on the ticket, Hillary or Trump. And you cannot allow this indecision to become a decision. You must make a choice that day or live with it for a long time. We didn't make the decision in 1980, and Gore lost. Should not have lost. It happened in 68 with Humphrey. Should not have lost. He did lose. So we won and we lost. Despair loses and hope wins.
How much work does Hillary Clinton need to do here to get the support of people who were supporting and feel that they were supporting Senator Sanders, and they feel as though these leaked emails, for instance, are just evidence that this political system that they heard their candidate, Senator Sanders, rail about, that system is in fact stacked against people like
Senator. Stacked against me. You know, the threshold was 35%. We negotiated it down to 15%. It was winner take all. We brought it down to proportionality. So we've been trying to make the more perfect union more perfect all the while. And I would hope that those who come would have one eye on the primary, which is behind us, and the Super Bowl, November 8th, which is in front of us. Yesterday is dead and gone, and tomorrow is upon us. And it's promised if we do the right thing today, they will evict us tomorrow. This is a terrible blow to have come at this time. And it fuels all of the anxiety that Bernie had about Deborah Schultz's role. Now these emails reveal it in ways that's very hurtful. So I don't underestimate the wounds, but I think they'll be healed.
All right. Reverend Jesse Jackson, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you coming over to talk to us.
Thank you very much.
Thank